Hello, I'm Naomi Robson. Tonight on this sacred day, a very special report. We often hear that we're in danger of losing touch with the spirit of Anzac Day, that the younger generation may not understand the significance of the day or appreciate the sacrifices our veterans have made over the years in ensuring our freedom. Well, tonight's program should set many people's minds and hearts at rest. This is a journey of discovery by a group of young Aussies, members of the Sydney Swans, as they trek along the Kokoda Trail to gain a better appreciation of the hardships our diggers endured. Among the group is Brett Kirk, a promising footballer who acts as our storyteller. His grandfather is a Kokoda veteran.
Almost 60 years ago, Japan tried to steal our country. After Pearl Harbor, Japan captured Singapore, Hong Kong and most of Asia. In early 1942, 13,000 invaders landed on the north coast of Papua New Guinea and headed down a meandering native track bound for Port Moresby. Their next step was to be Australia. A small band of Australian soldiers, average age 18, untried in combat, was rushed up to a tiny village called Kokoda to stop the invasion. Their exploits and those of the other heroic diggers who came to their aid not only saved Australia, but gave rise to the legends of the Kokoda Track. Last Christmas, 6 members of the Sydney Swans football team retraced the diggers' steps to gain some insight into what they endured. Ryan O'Keefe, Leo Barry, Rowan Wharfe, Gerard Bennett, Andrew Schauble and me, Brett Kirk, were joined by our track leader, Charlie Lynn, and a group of local guides.
Okay, Kirky.
I was excited, anxious and ready to understand. My grandfather, Wally Morass, fought there as an 18-year-old. This is the story of our journey.
Here we got Kokoda Airport.
Check out the security procedures at the bus shelter.
Yeah, that's the bus shelter, which is Kokoda Airport. Here's Kirky. That's the airport.
Kokoda Airport, and our first glimpse of the mountains ahead of us.
That mountain over there, that's what we're going to go over.
Day one hit us like a brick wall. A late start meant we had to walk through the night.
Basically, I'm tired and tired in the legs, tired in the mentally, but looking forward to tomorrow. Good feed tonight and energised back up, and we'll hit the road again tomorrow.
It's the first morning after we've left, so we've had one night out in it, and I was meant to wake everyone up, but I didn't have to, so the chooks did it for me, so I was pretty lucky there.
Times like this, you wish you had a rifle, sure.
The Japanese probed, and then on the 26th of August they launched a massive human wave assault. The jungle just erupted.
But we put our pain into perspective when Charlie gave us the first of many insights into what the diggers faced on the track.
Now, as you got shot or wounded, you had to make your own way back. There's no medical evacuation system. There's no doctors, there was no anybody there to help you. And so as you were shot, you were wounded, you succumbed to malaria and so forth, you then had to look after yourself.
G'day, Shauba.
Amazing scenery, enjoying it thoroughly.
And we soon learned about Charlie and his special ways of testing us out, like the visit to our first waterfall.
On our way down to the waterfall, Shaw, we've gone down about 1,000 feet. The boys aren't happy. I want to kill someone, this is f***ing bullshit. The wisdom stick.
This track is up there with the most ridiculous things we've ever done. Diamond eyelashes, this track, top 2.
Sort of a character build.
Our first river crossing, at night, showed us how the diggers not only battled the Japanese, but also the terrain.
Here we are on our night trek, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this at all, but the boys are coming through with their lanterns. I've just come through it, and it's pretty hard not to get sucked away. Whoa, there he goes! And there's a nice big leech on my hand. As you can see, we've just gone up a couple of ridges. It's been a fairly hard climb for us. We're feeling very tired, but now I've come to another obstacle which the soldiers would have had to encounter, which is the river here, the Templeton's Crossing number 1. Our guide, Francis, has gone across, taken a rope across, and now we're going to have a crack ourselves with our packs and get across. Andrew's going to go across first and hopefully get it all on camera.
As you can see, I'm a little bit saturated. I nearly went for a ride down the rapids, but lucky for Jamie that saved my life. Jesus, thought I was going. But once you get past the first couple of rocks in the middle, you know, the current really picks up, and then you just have to jump into another one that cranks on, but once you get over that, it's pretty easy after that, so the boys got through it all right.
Oh, Kirky's in real trouble.
We learned that the track is an endless series of ups and downs. A climbing stick is essential. It works like a crutch on the way up and a ski pole on the way down.
I've had to let go of the wisdom stick. Now I've got the rhythm stick. Rhythm and blues.
Our fearless leader, Charlie Lynn. The bastard never stops.
Each day meant at least 10 hours of hard trekking. We developed an unshakable respect for the diggers.
Well, that last climb was a bit of a bit tough. Slowed down a fair bit, and but no, it's good. We're almost at the highest point. So, as I spit sweat at you. Hopefully from there it's all downhill, but I doubt it.
The ridge line we come up is the right-hand ridge line there.
Just looking back over the range, we've come a fair way in a short time. It's good to look back on how far we've actually come and how far we've actually still got to go.
Long way, definitely. But we'll push on.
That's right.
We'll be right.
Just like the diggers did.
Just like the old diggers.
Just an idea of what it was like last night. We're covering our tracks again this morning, and we're coming through a volcano. This is the sort of conditions we had last night, but it was pouring rain. So, as you can see, ankle-deep mud.
By the time we made Myola, the wartime aerial supply drop zone, we'd adapted to the conditions, but the walking was taking its toll.
Have a look at the rashes all over. Have a look.
Rash, cuts. Look at me back.
More to the point, have a look at you. Have a look at that back.
I'm starting to chafe where the tape's rubbed off. It's not pretty.
I'm hungry, tired.
I think the troops are holding up pretty well.
Another river crossing.
Near Myola, we travelled back in time to see war relics which have remained where they fell 60 years ago.
This is a plane that's crashed, an American plane that we've just hiked up the mountain to see. A bloke actually survived this. It's hard to work out which part of the plane is which.
Hello. How are you? Sure. Good to see you, my friend.
At Naduri village, we met one of the highlights of the trek. Uvuru Nadiki was one of the original Fuzzy Wuzzy angels. 60 years ago, Uvuru helped our diggers by carrying supplies up the track to the front, and more importantly, by helping carrying out our wounded soldiers.
And there are a lot of diggers back in Australia, and there are a lot of families in Australia who owe their very existence to these very, very people. So we're greatly indebted, and you're very honoured, really, because there's not too many surviving Fuzzy Wuzzy angels. And I think we should get a photograph of the Uvuru with the Sydney Swans, and maybe they can put that up on their wall back home and look at it when they need a bit of inspiration.
Is here.
Leave it, mate. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
We all suffered with Wharfe as he did the dance of the 7 bandages. But the village kids lifted our spirits with a quick footy clinic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, great skills. Oh, yeah.
This is the first time that we have shown. So they start
Playing Australian football.
playing Australian football.
Oh, that's great.
Who here knew of Wayne Carey?
No!
Who knew of Tony Lockett?
No!
What about Gerard Bennett?
Yes!
That's right. These people are probably my biggest fans. They're probably the biggest fans, and they love me up around these parts. So I've got my Team Swans hat. Sorry, crackers, but I'm going to give it away, mate. And I'm going to give it to this young fella. He was the first bloke to come up and have a go. Well done, mate. Well done. Turn around, father, and round. The sun shines many sunsets.
Oh, you're a cloud, Bennett.
You, my friend.
While the kids entertained us, I had a special moment with the Uvuru.
Uvuru, I wish I could bring my grandfather up here to see you. He'd love to meet you. His name's Wally Morass. He served in the Second World War at Kokoda here, and I'm sure he'd love to meet you. So when I go home, I'll tell him that I met you, and he'll be over the moon. So I'll make sure I show him the photo of me and you together, okay?
You can see where we've come from. You can see the village of Afoga there. Now this area...
At Brigade Hill, scene of one of the bloodiest battles on the track, we could feel the spirits of the young diggers who fought and died there.
Some comments from Benoit on the way up.
Right. The big pank's pretty steep. Really burns in your calves. Feel it in your lower back as you come up.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. We've been going up for about 40 minutes. So it's pretty tough work.
You're always smiling though, Shubs. It just makes it look like it's too easy.
Oh well. You only got the camera out when it's sunny and not raining.
That's right.
Ow. Ow. That's all I've got to say.
Along with the courage of the diggers, we were also struck by the generosity of the villagers and by the simplicity of their lifestyles.
Dig.
There you go, mate.
I'm happy enough with this.
I'm Wharfe.
We've now got a major issue of compensation here, Wharfe.
We better give him some kangaroo.
Ow.
As we neared our final surge up Emmett Ridge, we got some bad news from the locals.
What's going on, Charlie?
Well, apparently there's a blockade at Emmett Ridge. I'm not sure what it's about, but there's a chance we might have to go back to Bogey to get a plane out of there if we can't get through the blockade.
On the impending situation, what would you plan to do if they tried to hold us up?
Depends how many there are, and unless they're 10 foot tall and bulletproof, well, I'm going home. We'll make it going through that blockade and I'm going home.
That they've actually closed the path that they allowed trekkers through, and they intend blocking my party. Over. Closed the path that they allowed trekkers through, and they intend blocking my party. Over. So what do they want, Matthew?
It's only a demonstration. So you're welcome to pass through.
Oh, so they moved back up Towers Corner. Good stuff, Matthew. Good stuff. So you fixed it, mate.
Yeah.
This is Matthew, everybody.
You're a legend, Matthew.
As long as they don't stand between these blokes and the esky at Towers Corner, they should be safe.
And a downhill straight.
Our feelings at the end were hard to describe. Each of us had climbed his individual mountain.
Reaching sort of the holy grail, I suppose. Like, we've all worked so hard the last sort of 6 days to get where we are.
I'm exhausted, tired. I feel really good about myself that I've conquered it.
You can read all the books you want, you can do whatever, but until you actually come here, you have no idea what the Kokoda Track's really all about, and you don't really appreciate what the Australian soldiers went through.
It would be the hardest week of my life, without a doubt. Don't think I've ever gone through anything like that before.
I'm going to take so much away from this, I think, as we all will, and definitely I think my pop is the bravest person I've ever met, and yeah, I think the spirit of Kokoda I'll be able to take with me everywhere.
For me, one of the best moments came when I returned home to Albury to tell my pop about the trip. Ironically, he lives around the corner from Kokoda Street.
It's great, you know, to think that you've got a grandson that's gone through it in the mud and the slush and the rain, and even though he didn't have any zeros chasing him or anything, or bullets flying at him, but it'd be a great experience for him.
I guess I was a bit naive to begin with about when I was growing up, what Pop and the other soldiers had to go through, but now actually being there and to see the type of terrain and the actual gut-wrenching things that would have had to be put through, it really has done a total spin for my life, and it's given me a lot of confidence in the ways that I attack things now.
That's a good picture. That's one of the Fuzzy Wuzzies. Jesus, they were great. They were real angels, they were.
I remember I just finished the Silent Men.
Oh, it meant a lot to me. Brought tears to my eyes. It was a great day in my life. And the fact that he brought back a photo of the Fuzzy Wuzzy Angel, and that really topped it off, you know, it was great. I never ever thought I'd see another one.